My husband is becoming more attractive than me. Feeling self-conscious. Do you have time to work out? I always feel better about myself after using my body for a good workout or to meet a measurable goal, like a running distance. No matter what I look like, I could definitely find the time to work out. I've just always hated exercise, so I never stick to it. I know that sounds like an excuse, and it is lol. I need to find something that's enjoyable. I'm not really overweight. I'm back to the same weight I was before my first kid. My body is just different now. But I know exercise would definitely help. I'm not sure if it's motivating for you at all, but as someone who was never overweight and went from zero exercise to 5 days a week, thinking about the long term really helps me. This is not just for aesthetics, but for my bones and my heart, and it will help me hopefully feel much better in my later years than some of my family have felt. Yes, this is definitely more motivating for me. Sometimes I do good stretches and feel really good during and after, and I know it'll help me in the long run. I just need to find something that's more enjoyable so I can stick through the initial hard part. Haha. We are in our 40s, but my husband is darker skinned, more collagen, no aging signs, and naturally very muscular and lean. I have felt like an ogre next to him since I gave birth 5 years ago, even though he is very loyal and really doesn't think he looks all that. I've recently lost 45 pounds, got cute clothes, and he is the one feeling like he needs to change himself up to fit next to me, and he absolutely doesn't. His insecurity is in his head. I love holding his body and smelling him. Nothing looks as good as the person you love. Thank you. Nice to hear that from the other person's perspective. Nothing wrong with you. I would say most of us have sloppier partners we wish would take better care of themselves. Maybe it's okay to love him more and yourself. Totally okay to take a step back and love yourself too. Take a yoga or pilates class, join a pool and go swimming, ride a bike, go for a walk, dance in your house. He might be making you self-conscious because it's time to do more for you. Thank you. It's time to do more for you really got me. You're right, I just need to figure out where to start. I'm currently 7 months postpartum, and I swear my husband got more attractive the more I moved into my swamp beast mode during my pregnancy and even now in my bridge troll mode surviving motherhood. I've only started to feel better very recently, and it's purely because I started to invest in myself again. I can't imagine 2 kids when I'm still trying to figure out life with one. But if you can find that thing that just brings joy and sparkle back into your life and it makes you feel like you again, I think it can help jumpstart things. For me it's weightlifting. I'm still very fat and some days I swear I still look pregnant. But knowing my body is back to lifting those weights again, it jigged something in my brain. Don't get me wrong. I still feel super self-conscious whenever I'm out with my husband even now, but at least when I'm home I'm starting to feel better. Chuckled at swamp beast mode and bridge troll mode. Lol, you describe those times in a woman's life perfectly. Please Google Pierce Brosnan and wife at the beach. Personally I love the photos, or any time he is asked about his wife. She was gorgeous when they got together, and she still is. But she has changed. Her husband still adores her. The name is Bond. Everlasting Bond. PS. Copied from internet after searching the above. And you know how it feels like guys get better looking as they age, and it's not always the same for women. This is not true opus. Men don't get better looking with age. They are just allowed to age. They are allowed to find a new type of sexy in their graying hair and changing styles, and women are guilted for the same thing. He'll too go through changes that aren't desirable in our youth obsessed culture, and you'll probably still find him incredibly attractive. You don't think he'll see you the same? Men tell themselves that they look better with age, and they say it enough hoping everyone else will just nod along, and they are successful because propaganda works. Now personally, I think most people look fine at every age, though I know that makes me an outlier. Wrinkles and spots are perfectly attractive, you have to look at the whole person. People stop being attractive when they stop investing in themselves. Depression, poor self-esteem, giving up aren't hot because they are sad. I think when women say men get more attractive and women don't with age, they are buying into a very unfortunate beauty standard that emphasizes being 21 forever. The women I know look great and look more refined and elegant as they age. But if you ask them, they'd say horrible things about themselves and their bodies. I don't think the men look better. I think too many women are socialized to hate themselves if they aren't 100% perfect. Please consider the story you tell yourself. Is it kind? Is it true? Would you say it to your daughter or best friend? May I suggest, if you can maybe go to a new well-reputable salon and say you need a mini makeover, new cut, new color, a facial, and have makeup artist do a lesson with you to update your look. Bring some pictures of styles you like and have an honest conversation about what maintenance looks like, how often to wash your hair, how to style it easy, how much time you have to do your makeup, etc. They would be more than happy to help you. That way you can get an updated look, learn some new techniques. Then if you can afford it, go buy a date night outfit or something that makes you feel good and go on a date with your sexy husband. And remember to dress the body you have now. Nowhere does it say that you have to look the same way you did when you got married to be attractive. Treat the body you have now with love and patience. That body has worked hard to make babies out of thin air and cells. It deserves to be celebrated and dressed well. Thanks for your reply. A mini makeover is a good idea. I'll look into that. I also like what you said about dressing for my body now. I've been trying to do that, but I'm clueless when it comes to style, so I'll try to learn more lol. It's hard sometimes being a mom and reconnecting with our new body. Some things change, and we are stuck thinking we will be the same person we once were, but the thing is, we changed, and that's nice. We change every day. Everyone does. I personally think me and my husband are more attractive today compared with when we met 14 years ago, but my body is not the same. I'm more or less 10 kg heavier. My hair is bigger, and not in a good way. I had a child, so RIP slim belly. But I still try to find a way to take time to myself to pamper me and feel beautiful. I know that having 2 kids is ridiculously more difficult than having one, my case. But try to spend time with yourself every day, doing the thing you like to do for yourself, taking care of your skin, your hair, exercising. I personally every day put my child in bed and do 40 minutes of yoga in my living room. It helps me sleep better at night and helps with my posture, toning my body. After that I have a shower and then I will do my skincare and go to sleep in a nice clean pyjama. For me is the only time I have for myself, and I'm enjoying doing that. Have a look to see if your clothes match your style today. I did this recently and I noticed that while I had nice clothes, they weren't reflecting who I'm now. I've made a list and with an budget I'm replacing some things. Mentally, are you taking time for yourself? To have a hobby? To have girlfriends? I find that nothing is as good for my self-esteem than having my friends. We always boost each other up. Men don't have children and deal with all the changes to their body. You have to trust that your husband loved you enough to have children with you and marry you, and went into this knowing that your body would change. If he's a good husband, he loves you for all these reasons. You're not only attractive to him, you're the mother of the children. A whole other layer of love. Regardless, most people who glow up don't realize they've changed in other people's eyes. They're still the person they were before, just more conventionally attractive. Whenever I have dated a late bloomer, I found that they acted the same as they did before they were really attractive. They don't have the years and years of special treatment and all the other things that come with good looks. This is the way. So what if other people think your husband is more attractive than you? That's their problem, not yours. You don't owe it to society to be this perfectly well-matched couple. If your husband is happy with the way you look, that's what really matters, not the judgments of random strangers. And if you're not happy with the way you look, then I think it's worth putting in the work to improve that for the sake of your own self-esteem. No, it's not easy. In many cases, it takes a lot of self-discipline, but in a year from now you can either look in the mirror and still feel self-conscious, or you can look in the mirror and feel proud of the gains you've made. My husband is hotter than me too. Always has been a mo, but I just lay back and enjoy it. I got the man. We have a beautiful daughter. We have a beautiful life. I'm winning. OMG, I relate so hard to this. When I was recently postpartum, my husband was working out all the time and already wears nice clothes, but just looked great. I on the other hand looked terrible. I was always thinking people were saying, why is he with her? I did spend a ton of time on my appearance. I lost my baby weight and started getting toned. I got my hair colored properly and probably the biggest of all is Botox. I swore I never would do it because the cost, the societal expectations. But for real it took years off my face. I got the face of my late 20s pre-kids. It's worth it for the boost. I was feeling so frumpy. I got some new makeup and clothes. Inexpensive. I think I look, dare I say, hotter than him now? Looking at your post history, it seems like you're a stay-at-home parent. Is there any world in which you get part-time help? The thing about all of the above is it took a lot of time and some money, if I'm going to be honest. It's hard to feel hot when you're 24/7 with the kids. Kids plus feeding everyone plus cleaning plus basic hygiene is all of your time. I also invest most of my clothes money in good mom clothes. Sure, I have a couple of outfits to throw on for dinners, but I'm a mom of toddlers and I go to one non-kid event a month. So I spent my money on t-shirts, nice shorts and joggers, cute sneakers, cute sweaters for over joggers. This is what I'm wearing 99% of the time. I have to remind myself, because I keep wanting to invest in nice dresses, but I never wear them. Better to invest in looking cute day to day. I like highly tinted sunscreen, Sephora can match color, and pencil/powder/gel in my eyebrows. A little mirrored cheeky balm on my cheeks. I look alive. I think my husband has always been the more conventionally attractive one in our relationship. This doesn't tend to bother men. Don't let it bother you. You can change the way you see yourself, but it does take work. You have to open your mind to what can be beautiful and attractive beyond what the dominant culture dictates to reinforce the existing status hierarchies. Who we find the most attractive is pretty much all made up. We don't have to buy into it, though. It takes a lot of work not to. It helps to start evaluating how you judge other people. Start trying to find the beauty in people who don't fit the conventional standards of beauty, and it will be easier to do with yourself. I started to realize I was lucky to already see beauty in so many different forms. I just needed to let myself acknowledge that my attraction could be unbound from the norms of our culture. Now I think most people are hot, including myself. I also like refocusing on what your body allows you to do and experience, instead of thinking too much about how it looks. Your body made human life. Whoa, dude. My husband has been better looking than me since the day he was born. He is a former model. I just try to style myself well and do nice makeup, so at least I'm doing the best I can. So reciprocate. Make some changes to your personal style. Dress a bit differently. Hit the gym. Change your hairstyle. Don't wear pants with elastic. Put on makeup. Shave. Throw on a pair of low heels. Get more rest. Drink more water. Have you tried talking to him about it? Do you have the kind of relationship where it's safe to be vulnerable in that way? My experience as a woman who has never naturally conformed to Western beauty standards has been that when your guy is truly a good guy, you'd be surprised what he thinks is beautiful about your body. Maybe he thinks your new tum is sexy because his babies grew in there. Maybe he knows how difficult it is mothering young children and he doesn't care that your body is however it is. It might be good to talk to him about how you're feeling, so that in the very least he can comfort you. Also, Western beauty standards are no good trash garbage that don't leave any room for the various seasons of life. It should be summer always in the US of A. We don't fault trees for their green leaves turning red and orange, or being completely bare. We say, oh, I love the changing seasons. Let's do things this season that we can't do in any other. Life could be like that if we let it. It would be hard to embrace after all our social conditioning. But wouldn't it be nice to celebrate every season? Sorry, the devil's lettuce makes me a romantic, but I do very strongly feel this way, lol. He might have a slight head start, but that doesn't mean you'll never catch up with him. Try billets. Carver on TikTok has lost a lot of weight from it, and she is extremely toned now. I honestly started billets after seeing her glow up Mayo. Then it comes the question, is there something that you can do to make him uglier? Nah, men don't get better looking with age. That's a strange concept. It took me 7 years after I had my kid for me to feel good again about how I looked. I realized that I have mild chronic depression, and in order to live with it better I needed to actually prioritize exercise and stop comfort eating. I'm in no way super fit now, but I actually enjoy exercising, hiking local mountains and yoga. I hate gyms. I've gotten this comment a few times, haha, and I agree it's not actually true that men get better looking with age. I know it's just a societal standard, and I don't need to buy into it. I just meant things like my husband has a few grey beard hairs coming in, and he looks good with it / doesn't feel the need to change it. Whereas women don't get the same reception from people when they have grey hairs come in. I don't agree with it. I think a lot of women who own the grey look amazing. I just feel self-conscious and think that as I'm getting older and wrinklier and looser I'm getting less attractive. Compared to my husband who is getting older and more grey and also more attractive, lol. I know it's my own perception of things, and it doesn't actually matter what other people think. It's just the messaging we've been given our entire lives. But I definitely don't agree with it. I do really like yoga. It's the only form of exercise I've ever enjoyed. I also hate the gym, haha. I've never prioritized it though, so I'm really gonna start. Not to look better, but to feel better for myself. Maybe reframe your perspective. What do you like about yourself? Things that have nothing to do with your physical appearance. What do you like about your spouse? Irrespective of appearance, NGL. Looks matter, but they are a compliment or a piece of the package, not the whole package. I find my partner more handsome now than when we met. Yes, we're older, but I find him more attractive because I truly like and love the person he is. Oh, that's a very good point. Thank you. Guys do not get better looking as they age. Nonsense. Anyone who decides to take care of themselves can get better. My husband went from normal, slight dad bod, to going to the gym 5x a week and he now looks like a hunk. Sure, his hairline receded, and his eyes are a bit more wrinkly, but he took good care of himself in his 30s, compared to his 20s, when he was eating junk all day and not exercising. Not to be pessimistic, but sometimes when men start dressing up out of nowhere, it could be cheating. My personal experience though. Pretty sure this is a repost / bot. I've seen this before. I would not say guys get better looking with age compared to women. I was in the dating pool for many years, so I just want to set that misconception straight, haha. Generally speaking, people who are able to spend more time on their appearance, whether grooming, exercising, sleeping, buying new clothes, are gonna be able to look better than people who can't or don't do these things. Does he carry his weight with the kids, so you have time to do these things too? What always makes me feel instantly hotter? Getting my hair and nails done. Consistent little things like this can go a long way toward feeling and looking core attractive. I don't know about men getting better with age. I work in hospitality and see plenty of older men who have not aged well. Actually, I haven't seen an older man who I thought was attractive. I'm so confused with this, because in reality most men I see on a daily basis don't look particularly good as they get older. I'm sure there are some men out there that do, but I haven't seen it myself.